Okay. Oh my goodness, bruh. Bruh, that jump was straight up. That jump was straight up trauma fuel, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the first shoot. How long was the first episode? First episode was about 44 minutes. Honestly, the first 30 minutes was just traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it was just pure trauma fuel in every way, shape, or form. Like it wasn't something that's like, oh yeah, this is a pleasant like resolution. Like, no, every single answer that was provided not only made sense, but it was bone crushingly hurtful. Like it was kind of just like, I can't believe it's going down like this. The only thing that I was completely wrong about was I thought that there was going to be a specific death that it didn't happen, but at the same time, I feel like the outcome still was worse than what I could have imagined, because Mark in this episode had to deal with the ramifications of who his father truly is, what his father truly has done, and why his father is on Earth. And it's kind of just like there's no ins and outs about it. Like it's blood on blood. And I was kind of just like, I was like, yeah, what's going on with the dad? Like ever since, Mark kind of came on the scene and that happened, it's like been volatile. Like, is he's being forced to do this? Is forced to groom his son to do that? And when you get the resolution, this is a non-spoiler review. I'm gonna tell you that up front. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh. But what his dad puts him through in this episode specifically was probably some of the most traumatizing things I've seen. Period. Like there's one point I was like, if you read the Kick-Ass comics, right? There's a moment in this that one character legit looks like, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. I can't spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Let's just say that Mark goes through so much trauma that I don't think he's going to come out of this the same. Now, to be fair, though, they do something with Omni-Man that I didn't suspect or expect would have happened. I didn't. I really kind of was like, well, dang. Now, I think that what he put Mark through was all I can say is a subway sequence. I literally did this. I did this. And like this entire show, I've never done that. Like even the first episode, I kind of was just like, but I was like, I don't want to see this. I can't. I really just couldn't. And it went from 0 to 10 so quickly. The only thing I'm gonna say, and this isn't a slight, because from a narrative standpoint, it does platform everything moving forward to the next season and whatever beyond. The last 15 minutes of this is really a lot of, I don't know, putting the needle, or putting the wrap around the present or whatever. Like the present's there and you already got the gift wrap already, but you kind of put like a little bow around it. And I don't think it was a necessary bow. I think I would have been just fine with literally the moment that a character kind of just like leaves. I think it could have just ended right there and just cut it short and just left it at that. And instead, it's kind of like they show you where all the different characters are mentally, emotionally, physically, and in everything that happened. Even the world, even the atmosphere is completely changed from this episode. And I get it from a storytelling standpoint, but it loses this emotional punch in my personal perspective. Now, also, there's not an end credit scene either. But I feel like if they would have just said, after that moment that one character just dips, and that was it, bruh, that would have been perfect. It would have literally been the perfect episode. I honestly feel like the last 15 minutes were important from a story and narrative standpoint, but then at the same time, they really worked. Because honestly, they could have been led into whatever happens in the second season. And this is the first time, honestly, where I think about like the show Titans and kind of how it ended. And it's kind of like, you know, did whatever it did as opposed to kind of like progressing the story. And I kind of feel like, not that this was a bad finale, but I feel like the last 15 minutes just weren't needed. And I've never said that before. Like, I've never thought that I'll be like, yeah, nah, cut that. Leave the first 30 minutes and just leave it there. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I also can't, you know, I can't speak to it because I haven't seen or read the actual comic either. So I don't know if this is just completely comic book accurate, but I do feel like, in all my personal opinion, that the moment that a certain character leaves, that's where this episode should have ended. Because I would have gave that a 12 out of 10. Straight up. This, I'll give an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. It was still solid. It was still really good. It was definitely some important strings of dialogue and acceptance of the trauma. Now, there is one character I ain't forgiven, bro. From the last episode, I don't forgive that character. Straight up. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about that in my my review for episode 5. But this is my non-spoiler review. We're gonna come back to this. There's gonna be a spoiler-filled review. Trust. It's not even an option. Tomorrow we will be doing that, which, well, you guys won't know it, but we're doing it tomorrow. Me and a group of guys, we're gonna be definitely breaking down this episode because that first 30 minutes was just some of the most amazing thing. The most traumatizing, sadistic, and dark, evil stuff I've seen in a very long time. And it kind of like, I guess the last 15 minutes kind of lessens the blow. It's kind of like, you know how like you get punched and like you get punched in the stomach and you just like your wind is gone. Instead of you just kind of sitting there, somebody just kind of helps you up, sits you in a chair, like breathe. It's gonna be okay. That's what the last 15 minutes were. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's my only critique. Like everything else is kind of like I love to see where this is going. Season 2 is a must. But as an episode, those are my complete thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I'll talk to you guys later on. And yeah, Invincible. It was an amazing ride, dude. It was such an amazing ride, bruh. It was such an amazing ride. Like, I can't wait to watch this again. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I cannot wait to watch this again. But man, gosh, it was so evil, bro. Anyway, keep it locked. JVS Wing will stop. Peace, guys.